Check. Oh my gosh. I just woke up. I can't get that hair to lie flat. I need a haircut. I look like a shaggy dog. It's like 5:30 in the morning because I'm an insomniac. Welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video. This is how you should not start a YouTube channel or a YouTube video. Where to begin? My name is Andrew. I was gonna wait to do this. My first YouTube video. You know, I was putting together a new bookshelf I thought would look really good in the background. Then one of the main parts that came was broken and the company's gonna send me a new one. So I thought, why wait? This background looks like a disaster, so. Does that look a little bit better? Yeah, I think so. It's got like all these cables and stuff. This is going really well. I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel for a long time now. It's what all the kids are doing these days, so wanted to get on that train. I wanted to make a place where I could talk about stories and myth and creativity. I don't think anyone's done it ever before, so it's gonna blow up, of course. We all know that anyone who makes a YouTube video is guaranteed success. I don't have a master plan to conquer YouTube. Do I look like a guy with a plan? Or the YouTube algorithm, whatever that is? You know, I'm not expecting 1 million subscribers overnight or fame and glory tomorrow, but eventually. But I do need 1 million subscribers and monetization and sponsorships like stat, because I'm recording this on my phone and need the money to buy a better camera. In college, I worked part-time as a videographer and an editor for a local PBS affiliate channel, and I still work a lot with videos, photos, graphics, and I have a bunch of my old audio equipment from, I don't know if you can see that, that's a guitar amp from my days as an aspiring rock and roll artist. So I basically got everything I need and more to actually do this, and I've wanted to do it for a long time. So I'm just gonna dive in, even before I've showered. My favorite class in high school was a filmmaking class where I just basically goofed off with my friends in a camcorder making really stupid videos, some of which are actually on YouTube. My old YouTube channel from high school has like 6 subscribers, so old me is doing 6 times better than new me, which is really embarrassing. And one of those YouTube videos has like over 4,000 views, which is incredible. As we know, people really seem to love it, judging by the comments. So I just want to provide more of that type of content. I'm ranting now, but it's fine because no one will see this. Go down, Alfalfa. Go down. Down, boy. It's really hard to watch yourself, to look at yourself and talk to yourself. I'm realizing that I'm kind of like the last person I want to look at and talk to, so yeah, this is going to be a very successful YouTube channel. I love stories. I read a lot of science fiction fantasy, though, to be honest, it's only been the last few years that I've really gotten back into science fiction and fantasy. I grew up watching Star Wars. Just like one of my most vivid memories is watching Star Wars for the first time as a kid. And then the Harry Potter books were really what got me into reading. When I was in elementary school, we had to take like this test to figure out what reading level we were, and it was like color coordinated. And in the library, you could only check out books that were your colors. I think it was like the first 2 were like the lower levels, like green or orange or whatever it was, blue. But my friend tested in like the top tier black, so he could check out the 4th Harry Potter book. I had read the first couple Harry Potter books and I just loved them. I remember walking around my kitchen dining room table as a kid, just like reading Harry Potter. I tested in like the lowest tier of the reading level. Well, not the lowest, but like kind of lower, mid to lower. And so I couldn't check out the 4th Harry Potter book when it came time, even though I'd read the first 3. And the 4th one was basically the same, just longer. It was too much for my little brain, apparently. And I just remember being like so disheartened as a kid, and it didn't really make sense to me that I couldn't check out that 4th book, so my mom just went and bought it for me. Stupid. So stupid. If you can tell, I've obviously gotten over it. But yeah, the Harry Potter books were really what got me reading when I was a kid, and I loved the Lord of the Rings movies and Star Wars. But then I kind of stopped reading science fiction and fantasy around the time I got into like junior high, middle school, because somewhere along the line I picked up the perception that it wasn't cool to read about space and dragons and magic and futuristic worlds and technologies. My friends were into skateboarding, I was into skateboarding, I started playing the guitar. Those worlds just didn't really seem like they could mesh at the time. Like you could either be a nerd or you could be cool, but you could not be a cool nerd. And I've definitely disproven that here today. So honestly, I didn't read unless I was assigned a book in English class for like a lot of years. And then in my senior year of high school, I took an AP literature class. I was trying to get into college and thought that would help. And I read The Road and 1984, both of which are science fiction books, though I didn't really think of them as such at the time. And it reawakened my love for reading. So I actually went to college and majored in English. And of course, we didn't really read science fiction and fantasy there either. We read literature and all this old stuff, which is, okay, it's pretty good actually. But then I met my wife and got married, and here we are today. My wife's brothers actually got me back into science fiction and fantasy. They were reading Brandon Sanderson. Just overhearing their conversations, I was, what is this? Like people digesting metals and becoming Magneto. I picked up Mistborn. I don't know what actually made me do it. I think maybe I was bored. I started reading it. I really liked it. And then I read through most of Brandon Sanderson's stuff. And, here we are today, doing the most original thing ever, talking about science fiction, fantasy, and Harry Potter and Brandon Sanderson and Star Wars and all of that stuff that no one's ever taken a moment to talk about online. But I also really like nonfiction and classical fiction. I'm fascinated with Russian literature and history, and Crime and Punishment is one of my all-time favorite novels, so I might throw some of that in here. I don't know. I'm sure the YouTube algorithm will punish me if I don't narrow in on a specific thing, but who cares, right? My channel. I'm just an infant taking his first steps. I don't want to just review stories, books I'm reading, shows I'm watching, though there will be some of that. I want to dissect these stories and, pull apart the nuts and bolts and the gears and the levers and figure out what makes stories work. Why do they matter? Why do they connect with us? How can I learn from them? Stories give meaning to my life. They help me make sense of my life. I work an 8-to-5 job that can be extremely competitive, emotionally exhausting, and stories are kind of how I unwind. I'm a fairly busy guy, aren't we all? I'm married to a spectacular woman. I've got this brilliant daughter, this little toddler, who is way smarter than I am and will probably solve all the world's issues. And our time is a limited resource, so we can't really make more time to do the things that we want to. So we've got to take time to do it. I'm gonna have to take time out somewhere to do this consistently. But I've wanted to for a long time, so I'm gonna start today. If I fail, it's not going to be because I didn't start or because I didn't try. If I don't gain any traction, it's because I'm a talentless hack and I have nothing of value to say. I'm getting my systems in place to enable me to do this somewhat regularly. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, no one's ever given me this amount of attention before. Don't know what it will do to my ego. I need that 1,000,000 subs and that sweet YouTube money, so comment below, like, all that stuff. Share this strange video on your friends' Facebook profiles. See what they say. Break the ice with that girl that's in your class, or at work, sits across from you. Show her this video. See what she says. All right. See you soon.